Okay, so the sound is good now? Thank you guys. Yeah, I had to stop the first stream and restart it because the sound went weird. People were saying it sounded like we were underwater. So I restarted with a new stream. Sometimes that kind of just happens. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing it has something to do with the cellular connection and somehow it getting out of sync or losing its like best connection. I don't know what it was. Back to normal is always good. All right, we're gonna go through Adventureland here and see if Indiana Jones is back up. It was down when I got to the park, but if it's up, I'm gonna try and do that single rider again, like we did yesterday, because that was super fun. It's like, I always want to go on Indiana Jones, but I often avoid it just because the line's so big, you know? But if single rider is the thing now, if that's gonna be like a regular thing, and not that many people know about it yet, then that should get me through pretty quickly. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon, 81 degrees here at the park. The attendance seems relatively light, not super light, but not heavy by any stretch of the imagination. It looks like Indiana Jones is still shut down. I see cast members. Oh no, they're letting people through now. There's cast members standing up there like they were before, but I just saw them let some people through. So we'll give that a shot. It says 45 minutes wait time. So we'll see if we can do single rider. Hi, is there single rider today?
No.
Oh, not today. Okay, all right.
We're at 20 minutes.
Okay, awesome. All right. So I think they just opened. They're not doing single rider right now, but you can see the crowd moving quickly. She said, even though it says 45 minutes, she said the wait time is 20 minutes or less. See all this back here? This queue line here is empty. All here in front of the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. So, with the line moving this quickly, I'm gonna bet that it's only like 15 minutes. So we're gonna go for it. So that just goes to show you, like, the posted sign standby time is often incorrect because it said 45 minutes. And then I talked to the cast member, I don't know if you heard that or not. She said, no single rider today, but that the ride was only going to be 20 minutes or less for standby. I have this shirt that this fellow's wearing in front of me. I just didn't wear it today because it's so, black is so hot in the sun, you know? All right, in we go. We'll see what it looks like when we get up to the projection room. If the projection room's really super filled, then it's been open for a bit. But, well, from what I understand, the single rider is still in a testing stage, so it's not available every single day. But I think they probably will make it here. And right now there was like basically no line. You saw me. I'm already walking through the temple tunnels. Yeah, I think that's right, Kelly. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, Chris and Tara. Ooh, it's getting dark in here now. After being out in the bright sun, coming into this standby queue, it's super dark. Or it feels super dark. It's probably the same brightness it always is. Just your eyes get adjusted to the super bright sun. And you come in here to seem extra dark. flying through this line. Looks like there's a bit of a backup in the projection room though, so I think we're gonna catch up to it. Wow, it's so dark. I feel like the lights just got dimmer. I guess the safe thing to do when working with cell phones and tablets is that you must learn to turn them off every couple of days and then restart them.
Here in your transportation devices are ingenious pouches for safekeeping all earthly treasures when the journey becomes bumpy. And to keep you safe and sound, here are special belts attached into the seats. Simply pull it from the right, inserting it into the left, like so. You see the excellence of this invention? Your off-road journey is high-speed and turbulent, going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my friends, one final word of advice. Once you have entered the chamber of destiny, look not into the eyes of the idol. That would be dangerous. Very dangerous. Well, my friends, your moment is drawing near. Already I am envious of the wonders that await you, if you avoid the eyes of Mara, that is.
Temple of the Forbidden Eye continues to beckon visitors from around the globe. They've all heard the tantalizing tales. The matronly movie star made young again. The paupers who became Rockefellers in these ruins. But a darker tale has surfaced. Many visitors are claiming loved ones have disappeared inside. Could it be they looked into the eyes of the idol? The reports reach Indiana Jones, who returns to the site of his great discovery. Our newsreel camera follows Dr. Jones as he enters the temple. 1 week later, and still no Indiana Jones. Could Jones himself have locked eyes with the idol? Or will he solve the riddle of the lost tourists? When and if he does, Eye on the Globe will be there.
Welcome, my friends, to the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. I, Sama, shall now give you counsel to safeguard your miraculous journey. Here in your transportation devices are ingenious pouches for safekeeping all earthly treasures when the journey becomes bumpy. And to keep you safe and sound, here are special belts attached into the seats. Simply pull it from the right, inserting it into the left, like so. You see the excellence of this invention? Your off-road journey is high-speed and turbulent, going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my
and
friend,
here we go. We have to wait for them to clear that projection room full of people. They formed a second line for us, but now we're on our way. I think it's going to be like less than 10 minutes by the time we load.
Successful and wondrous expedition.
Buenos días. Su vehículo está por llegar para que disfrute de los viajes. Permanezcan sentados con el cinturón de seguridad.
same seat I got yesterday. I'll be right behind the steering wheel. Alrighty guys, here we go. I'm gonna hide the chat for myself, but you guys can chat amongst each other. Nice. This is just as good as doing single rider. Got in so quick.
Are you there? Come in. Splendid. You have only to check your seat straps. Buckle up tightly now.
Just waiting for the seatbelt check here. These seatbelts really do help on this ride. Without these seatbelts, you might just fall out. All right, here we go.
Hello. Oh, my friend. The brakes may be needing a little adjustment. Easy on the curves.
You have chosen wisely. This path leads to timeless You look into my eyes. Your path now leads to the gates of doom.
Quick, take a left pass. It's the only way out.
way to start the day. Start the day with Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Oh yeah, it's getting way backed up here. So I got lucky again, just like yesterday. I got lucky in that they had just started the ride up again just a few minutes before I got here. And that's why I was able to get through so quickly. Just like yesterday, it was closed for the early part of the day. And then when Lizzie and I walked up and asked about single rider, they gave us the single rider and we cut right through. Today we didn't have single rider, but it was about the same length of time, if not quicker. Just because there was hardly anybody in line. We need more rides like that. More rides that have like all of this architecture, all this kind of show that is unique to the ride. Tiana's is like that. But Tiana's, you know, being a water ride, it's not as wild and crazy. It just has like the 3 drops in there where you drop and get wet and stuff. But I'd love it if they had more rides like this one where it's kind of like a roller coaster but not a roller coaster. And I like all the backstory to this ride as well. Looking over here into the Jungle Cruise. Hello, Ash Gordon. Ah, you're welcome, my friend. Oh yeah, look at the line now. See, when we got in line, there was nobody here in this line, in this queue in front of the temple. It was just empty here and we just walked through. Now the line is full. So once again, we got super lucky. Nobody ever stops to look what's in this truck here next to the queue. Like medical supplies and dishes and things like that. 16 days for Ryan and counting. You better bring t-shirts and shorts and good walking shoes because it'll be pretty hot in about 16 days. Maybe not too much different from today. July might be all sort of in the mid 80s. Right now we're at, well, it says 81, but I think it cooled off because I did the Indiana Jones ride. Once I'm out here in the sun and the heat for a little bit, it might be significantly warmer. Might show up on the thermometer. Sure. So I had enchiladas and rice at home before I came, thinking I would not be hungry, but boy, you smell all the yummy smells around here, and then you think, oh geez, maybe I am a tiny bit hungry. Maybe I could get something. I might get myself a Coke or something like that. Let's see, what shall I do? I don't really want a Coke though. Boy, I'm trying not to eat as much sugar as I usually do. And I eat, just like every American, I eat way too much sugar. But I would like to cut back. But I don't like diet sodas. Diet sodas to me have an ick taste. For years and years when I was younger, in my 20s, I would drink diet soda so I wouldn't be eating the sugar. But they were never that tasty, you know what I mean? And, you know, all the research science that's happened since those days, more recently, shows that the artificial sweeteners trick your body and your body reacts to it just the same as if it was sugar. So it's not really a help. Let's see, what do we got here? Funnel cake, hot cocoa, water, root beer. What else do they have here? Bark, root beer, Coke, chicken tenders, corn dog, yuck. I don't want any of that. My problem is that I have an addiction to ice cream. I can have ice cream every day, 2-3 times a day if I wanted to. But I restrain myself and I try to restrict myself to ice cream just once a day. I try to go without eating ice cream at all, but that never seems to work. Oh wow, this is new. Check this out. Celebrate Soulfully. This is totally new. For the longest time, like it seems like I think a year, for like a year there was no bands whatsoever on this stage, and Michael, the pianist, was no longer playing piano here. But look at this. This is pretty awesome. Although this doesn't really look like they're actually going to play any music here. Let's see what it says here. On the sign it says, "Celebrate Soulfully, Black Cowhand Music." Cowboy music is just another example of how black culture influenced and enriched America, making up 1 in 4 cowboys. Black people had joined the westward expansion between 1866 and 1895 and prospered significantly because of their experience toiling the land and grooming the horses and cattle. Addison Jones, Bass Reeves, Stagecoach, Mary Fields, and Biddy Mason are just some examples of notable black figures who greatly added to the archetypical cowboy and cowgirl motif. Black cowboys were prone to sing and pick the guitar or banjo around campfires to not only entertain themselves, but to calm the cattle. Necessity soon evolved into a powerful art form, producing a genre known as cowboy music. In fact, the version known today of Home on the Range derived from black cowboys. Through the years, the profound and creative contributions of black cowfolk has permeated the sound of country music. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, so they've got like tributes to some famous black cowboys that were also musicians. Bass Reeves, Bridget Biddy Mason, Addison Jones, Mary Stagecoach Fields, Dom Flemons. And over here there's a picture. And this person, it says, is Don Flemons, a 5th generation black and Mexican native of Phoenix, Arizona. Don Flemons is a folk musician, so he's currently alive. Known as the American Songster, his range of music covers the American folklore, ballads, and black banjo. Flemons' musical roots run deep. I'm gonna zoom out here just so you can look at this while I read the sign. It says, rummaging through his parents' record collections, a young Flemons religiously studied the styles of American folk music. Greats Woody Guthrie and Tom Paxton. In high school band, Flemons played percussion and hit the stage at local coffee houses as a guitarist and harmonica player. After his run as a founding member of Carolina Chocolate Drops, Flemons' solo career includes 5 record albums, including an illustrious homage to the African Americans who helped shape the American West. Black Cowboys, that's the name of the album, garnered Flemons one of 4 Grammy nominations in 2022. He received an honorary doctorate from Northern Arizona University. Considered an expert player on the banjo, guitar, harmonica, jug, percussion, quills, fife, and rhythm bones, Flemons continues to tour the world. Don Flemons' pursuit of folk music continues to illuminate. Wow, that's really cool. And so there's Don Flemons right there. Let me see if I can get into angle. So that's Don Flemons right there. Man, I can't believe he plays so many instruments. That's so cool. Hi, Thea, how are you? Well, this is a good use of this stage. And as much as they're not having any live entertainment, it's cool that they made it an homage, a celebration of black musicians that were inspired by the Old West. Okay, so here we are inside the Golden Horseshoe. It's pretty busy here. Sometimes I come here to get a hot fudge sundae. Let's see, what do they got here? I wonder if they make root beer floats. Let's see. Well, that's a lot of sugar though if I do that. Coffee, tea, beverages, tenders, house-made chocolate chunk cookie sundae. I've had that before. I can never even finish that thing. Okay, they have the Golden Horseshoe ice cream float. Coca-Cola, cherry, or Barks root beer. Oh my God, that's like a sugar bomb. But it would be awfully good. I may just have to get that. After just telling you guys I need to cut down on eating sugar, it's very hard to do. Hot fudge sundae here is good, but it's more cookie than ice cream. You get this giant chocolate chip cookie at the bottom, or I think the way they make it here is they put like a scoop of ice cream on top of a cookie, and then they put 2 small cookies on the top like ears. I've seen that before. I've eaten that before.
Are you sure?
Are they one of the more affordable restaurants? Well, it depends on what you want. They don't have a lot of great food here. They have chicken tenders for $11.99, Caesar wrap for $10.49. So it's relatively cheap, but there is far better food so many other places in the park than here. But if you just want ice cream, well, hey, ice cream is fast and good here, and they make it, for you. They make the hot fudge sundaes obviously because they can melt. They make them right away. If you get like the ice cream, like the Mickey Mouse head ice cream bars, which I do love, they're super hard and frozen because they keep them on dry ice. So when you get it, you then have to just wait around for it to thaw out. And yeah, it's not as good. So I don't know. I really want hot fudge sundae, but I don't want that cookie hot fudge sundae. So maybe root beer float. Although, God, the amount of sugar in that's gonna kill me. I'll be wired for the next 20 hours. I might not be able to sleep. I was watching a documentary video on obesity in America, and they were saying that 40% of Americans are obese. And then they compared it to Japan, and in Japan, only 4.5% of Japanese are obese. We're talking medically obese. And so they did a big study on why this was, and they found that Americans consume, generally speaking, as an entire country, Americans consume 40% more sugar than the Japanese. Japanese food is substantially less sweet than ours. And they went and interviewed like Japanese people that had been to the United States but live in Japan or from Japan. And they say when they come to the US, everything is just too sweet for them. They can barely eat anything, whether it's a soda or whether it's some kind of a sweetened dessert or any kind of sandwich that has like a sweet taste to it. They say it's just so sweet. And conversely, they interviewed Americans who went and visited Japan, and the Americans said that all the Japanese food was not sweet enough. Kind of crazy. They got a special thing here. What is it? Chipotle ranch coleslaw and bread and butter pickles on Hawaiian roll, $12.99. So there you go, on Hawaiian roll. Hawaiian roll is just loaded with sugar. So, that kind of tells you that we're just eating too much sugar. And then the other thing they were talking about was how fast food is consumed here in the U.S. by a much higher degree than other countries. And our fast food is, usually fried in vegetable oil, which is very bad. Vegetable oil before World War II was not consumed by humans. They started producing a lot of vegetable oil for lubrication for the tanks and military vehicles during the war, because they needed the oil, like the petroleum oil, to run the machinery, the tanks, the jeeps, the personnel carriers, the ships, all that stuff. So they had farmers making corn in massive quantities to produce corn oil so that they could use that to lubricate vehicles. But at the end of World War II, they then kept producing all this corn oil, and they didn't have a customer in the U.S. military anymore because it wasn't needed. So they went to the powers that be in the government and said, hey, we want to use this for human consumption. And they reclassified it from industrial oil to human consumption oil. And that was not good for us either. Can we go on Dumbo? I don't know. We'll have to see what the line is like. Kelly, I love you. Disney calories don't count. Well, usually when I'm here, I walk between 3,800 and 10,000 steps, averaging 3,800 to 5,000. 10,000, I have to be here basically all day, like 8 hours or more, and usually covering both parks. But I'm sure that this root beer float I'm about to get will not nearly be as easy to burn off with only 3,800 or even 5,000 steps. So yeah, that's an issue. Yes, Crystal Ray, it is another beautiful day today. Absolutely. Cannot complain at all about a beautiful day at Disneyland. Even the days that are rainy and cold are still awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get a root beer float because I never get them. And that will quench my thirst, I think. I don't know, but it will definitely save me from my... Hi! Can I have a root beer float? That'll do it.
And are you paying cash or card?
Let's see. I'll probably do card.
Kids chicken tenders come with french fries or no? Okay, can I get one kid's chicken tenders and french fries, please?
All right, root beer float coming up.
Can I get one grown-up chicken tender? Can I get that with
He's making my root beer float right now. Awesome, here it comes. Kind of looks like coffee. Ooh, that would have been good too. A cold coffee with ice cream. I might have to try that next time. Awesome.
Here you go,
thank you so much.
Need your receipt?
I don't need it, thank you. All right, I got that root beer float. Let's see, no place to sit down here, so I'm gonna go upstairs and eat this upstairs. It's too hard to walk around with a root beer float. Plus the ice cream will melt too fast outside. It's nice and chilly inside the Golden Horseshoe. There's a hot tip for you, or a cold tip as it may be. Whenever it is super hot outside, it is always better to go cool off inside a restaurant or a show building. And the Golden Horseshoe is one of the coolest places. It's very chilly, and you can see it's very open. Unfortunately, they don't have music anymore like they used to. Hopefully they'll bring that back someday. Try to give you a view while we wait. So there's the stage that I was just giving you guys some information about. Okay, so I'm contributing to the overdose of sugar here by having a root beer float. Oh, yum. It is so good. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that root beer float. Hello, my friends. Welcome. This is Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and hit that notifications button. And if you like classic stories, Monday through Friday night, I also live stream reading to you. I read to you classic stories, 7 p.m. Monday through Fridays, almost every week. Sometimes I might have to take a day off or something, but usually it's Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Tonight I will be continuing to read The Wind in the Willows. So tune in tonight at 7 p.m. for part 3 of The Wind in the Willows. And if you want to catch that from the beginning, just search my channel for Story Time, the playlist Story Time, or the live playlist, either one, and you'll be able to find parts 1 and 2. Each reading is 1 hour. So you only have to sit back, kick back, close your eyes, and listen to me read to you this story. Tomorrow night we'll be continuing with Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. We're in part 12. Each reading is 1 hour from 7 to 8 p.m. Hi, Crystal Ray. I didn't see any cowboy fries today. They keep changing the menu. I like loaded fries, but it seems like whenever they have loaded fries anywhere, it gets really popular, and then they discontinue it. That's what happened over at the. That's what happened over at Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. They had loaded fries there. They were like less expensive than all the other meals, and they gave you so much. One person could not finish. Like one average person could not finish the loaded fries, but like Lizzie and I, we could finish them. And then they took them away. Oh, you did see them. Okay. Well, I'll have to try them, but I wasn't hungry today. I just wanted ice cream. I wanted ice cream and something to drink because I was getting thirsty. Outside of the Golden Horseshoe, in fact, I walked up to it just before I went in here. They also have the Stage Door Cafe, and the Stage Door Cafe does not have as good food. They just kind of have like corn dogs and stuff. If I had not had enchiladas and rice at home today, I would have probably eaten at Rancho del Zocalo. Rancho del Zocalo is pretty decent food, and it's pretty reasonably priced. Never really disappoints me. Oh yeah, vanilla ice cream here is premium, really good. As it melts into the root beer, it gives the root beer a really creamy taste. It's really nice. I have not had a root beer float probably like 3 years. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty yummy. Oh yeah, this is the hot ticket. I get this over a hot fudge sundae every time. Kind of quenches your thirst and fills you up a little bit because you get the ice cream. It's very creamy. So yesterday, I don't always count up like how many rides I did, but last night I got home and counted them up, and we did 8 rides yesterday. That was 8 rides in 3 hours. And that was without really trying, we were just walking around. Sundays are pretty quiet until about 2, 3 o'clock. Then it starts to get pretty busy. Today looks about the same as it was yesterday at this time. And this is our problem. We are addicted to sugar. I wonder if Japanese ice cream is less sweet and has less sugar in it than American ice cream. Excuse me. I inhaled when I should have not inhaled. This is why you shouldn't talk and eat at the same time. Yeah. You should either concentrate on talking and breathing or eating and breathing. But talking and eating and breathing at the same time is probably not recommended. Okay, I'm almost finished with this root beer float. I guess some people have Coca-Cola floats, but somehow that doesn't seem right to me. I'm a root beer float guy. It's nice and chilly in here. I'm gonna go outside and it's gonna be like a blast of summer heat. Okay, I finished it. Back outside we go. All right, back out into the sun we go. Let's go check out the, whew, it feels nice now. Okay, all right, that's all right. Oh, the wrong glasses there. Yeah, Big Thunder Mountain is shut down at the moment. All right, we'll just walk through here. Ooh, are they gonna, looks like they might be loading the Columbia soon here. Maybe I'll go on the Columbia. I love going on the Columbia. It is in port. There it is. Are you guys going to be loading soon? Oh, okay, they're closed. Closed. I'm having no luck here. Hi guys, how's it going? Okay, so Big Thunder Mountain closed. Columbia's closed. Mark Twain is closed. I'm not sure what's happening here. Wow, the ride in the wilderness is not running today. Well, this is interesting, okay, because I can see over here the Mark Twain has people on it. See this? This is very interesting and strange. The Mark Twain has a full ship of people, full boat of people, and they are docked over there on the east side of the island, on the east side of Tom Sawyer Island. And the Columbia is closed. Let's do, and you look over here, and obviously the Mark Twain was traveling the rivers of America and has a full load of people, but for some reason Columbia is in the dock, but it's closed. It's a weird thing. I mean, why would they say closed as opposed to, oh yeah, we're going to start loading in like 10 minutes or 15 minutes? I know when they pull the Columbia out of its dock, they have it back up because these boats run on a track that's underwater somehow, somewhere. And so they'll back the Columbia out of its dock all the way to here. Yeah, look at this, okay? They're pulling up the bridge. They're pulling up the gangplank, if you want to call it that, the loading ramp in modern times, modern language, to the Columbia, which means that it's probably going to, if it's operational, it's probably going to go back to its dock, I would guess. This is very strange. It'll be interesting to see if it doesn't go to its dock and then it goes around Tom Sawyer Island again. That would be kind of odd. Good afternoon, love pugs. We are just standing here trying to investigate what's going on with the Columbia sailing ship and the Mark Twain. The Mark Twain has a full boat full of people, and they're just kind of docked up over there at Tom Sawyer's Island, kind of stuck. And then we've got the Columbia sailing ship over here, and it is not moving. It sounds like it has its motors going. Oh, it looks like it's moving forward now. Okay, it's moving forward. So very strange. It looks like they're taking it out of service. They did not load any people on it. It's taken off. Yeah, attendance is lighter here today than it was yesterday at the same time. See, it's 2 o'clock. We'll see what happens at 3. Always gets much busier at 3. All right, I was hoping that Big Thunder Mountain will be running again, but it's not. Well, very interesting. We'll just walk up around Big Thunder Mountain. Okay, now Mark Twain is moving again, so interesting to see what they end up doing with the Columbia. We'll check it out later.
This way. Hello, hello.
Howdy.
You look good.
For sure. Must be all Disney trainees.
That way. Past this ride right here.
There is a lot of people, a lot of cast members in the park. I mean, a lot, with their name badges on, but not dressed as characters, just kind of dressed in street clothes. And they're just kind of everywhere. Very strange. Very weird, huh? Hi, guys. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. They're just everywhere. It's almost like there's a whole group of couple wild. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are you guys doing?
It's a nice
He used the E word. We
New
are
cast members.
we are new cast members, and we are stepping into the magic today, learning how to
Nice.
speak and
Yeah.
interact with our guests.
Now, are all the people that are here today that are training, are they going to be here at Disneyland, or are they going to go to the other park too in Florida, or do you know?
Well, they may be working in many different roles all throughout Disneyland Resort, the Disneyland hotels, and the downtown Disney district.
Spreading the
Nice.
magic everywhere we can.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome.
you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's the deal. They've got new cast members in training, and they're just all around the park greeting people. I neat seeing all, and I like that. Makes you get the warm and fuzzy feeling, right? Hello, Traxer. Hello, Disney cast crew member. Welcome, my friends. Let's see if we can find any Star Wars characters up here today. Yesterday we saw the Mandalorian and Grogu. That was pretty cool. You got a picture with him. Hi. Wow, it's always so much hotter over here in Galaxy's Edge because of all the concrete that makes up the land of Batu. It's hot. So hot. Okay, I guess we'll start off by the Millennium Falcon. There's some stormtroopers up there.
Those 25 minutes, I don't know.
It's like they're coming down. Where they're running. You never see the stormtroopers run. Let's see where they ran off to. Maybe they're gonna come out over here. I know they go in and out over here too. Hello, Toshiba. Welcome. Some happy vibes here today with all these new trainees. Yeah, everybody's standing here like they believe a show is about to occur, but who knows? We don't know whether there will be a show or not. There will be eventually, which is gonna win. Oh, look at this little guy. Hello. Ah, he's shy. He's a shy droid. He was making noises till I walked up to him. Oh, there he goes. I walked away and he started making noise again. Shy. I love the whole architecture of this. Feels like some faraway ancient land, which is exactly the way it's supposed to feel. Very big line today for August Cantina. It's cocktail hour at August Cantina. Okay, now, oh, there's Rey Skywalker over there. Let's see, she's heading back in. We just missed her. Darn it.
go, blue milk.
You know, in the droid world, it very well could be. I agree.
Love it. Get y'all
Everything in Good night.
Can I get a good find?
Hey, Gar, pick up the phone real quick. This is Melissa. Picking up.
Maybe she doesn't have droids on her planet. She seems very fascinated. She's a natural. She doesn't even know what it is yet.
That's new, isn't it?
Do you want to give me a power?
Give him a high five right here. High five.
I'm not sure about that. Good job. How cute is that?
You gonna do it again?
Do you give him another high five? Can you give him another arm? Can you give him a high five on the other side?
Yeah!
Oh, look at him. He got all excited and happy. That's fun.
Wow. Just for you. You going for a third time?
R2 is communicating with the little humans. She's backing away. She's like, I don't know now. Now it's starting to get a little scary.
I'd imagine it's much more scary when the droid is taller than you. That's true, yes.
That's why I don't mess with KT1 units.
That's very understandable.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, I've heard about these creatures on your shoulder.
Oh, you like this?
You gotta love them, right? One side when you wanted to.
Are you going to follow him? Yeah.
He's like, I'll chase that. You can't chase him.
Hi, Ray. Can I get a picture?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Here we are, Ray Skywalker, right here in Galaxy's Edge. Thank you.
You're welcome. Safe travels.
Hello, Mini Stitchy. It's just Indy today. Lizzie's at home working. She works in the office a couple days a week and works at home 3 days a week. So today is a work at home day. All right, I haven't been up into the marketplace for a long time. Let's go see if they've got any new cool merch. Funny seeing the mix of Mickey merch and Star Wars merch. Like Mickey ears and Star Wars clothing on the same human being. It's funny. But these things are handy. They're little droid fans. Now that is pretty cool and pretty useful. Droid fans. I wonder if you can fill them up with water, and then they've got a little trigger right there, so you can spray yourself with water on a hot day, and then have the fan blow on you and cool you. That's pretty cool. I like that design. I don't know what this does, but it looks important. It has switches and buttons. It looks like an old-fashioned coal or wood-burning stove, actually, but sort of retro future. Interesting buttons over here in Galaxy's Edge. Yes, misters are the best. Let's go over here to the clothing shop. You can buy all of your capes, and these are cool, but it's a little warm in the summer. So it's sort of like this is a custom tailor shop. This is all bolts of fabric up here. If I zoom in, you can see these are all bolts of fabric. Macrame.
Again, military, like used to have things like this. I had the spreadsheet version and this kind of version, and
Nifty. The one thing you do not see here at Disneyland, Kelly Lang, is you don't see quilts. They need quilts. They need Mickey, a mouse, and Disney character and Star Wars quilts. This is like the cutest little Darth Vader I've ever seen. You should do like a Star Wars quilt and some type of a Disney Mickey, Minnie Mouse themed quilt, and see if you can get an audience with whoever's in charge of merchandise at the Disney parks, or at least at Disneyland, and show them what you can do. And then maybe they'll put it in order. Of course, at that point, you'd probably have to have them commercially made, but you'd still be the designer of the original, and then just have them commercially produced to sell in the parks. People would buy up quilts like crazy for sure. And not now in the summer, but you know, beginning in the fall. I think we have, oh yeah, the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Here, I'll take it right now.
Ah, it's the Mandalorian and Grogu. Nice.
Oh, wait. Thank you for taking me.
No problem.
Come on, Bobby. Take a couple, honey. I am. Thank you.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Looks like a busy spaceport. Well, hello, young traveler.
Fun. This is the walkway where we often see characters just on the south side of Galaxy's Edge, along the edge, just coming out of and just below the marketplace on the pathway to Rise of the Resistance. We get to see characters out here. I think less so in the summer when it's super hot. They like to try to keep them shaded a little bit, but they will walk through here or stand here in the shade. Hopefully they'll put up some umbrellas for them as the weather gets hotter. I wouldn't want to see any healthy cast members falling ill due to heat exposure in those costumes that they have. Hello my friends, Indiana Holmes here, reporting for you from Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Let's see what the wait time and the standby line look like over here at Rise of the Resistance. Earlier it was closed. I see a lot of people filing in right now. It says 30 minutes, so I am guessing it might have just opened. It might have just opened the queue. 30 minutes is nothing. So maybe 30 minutes is really going to be like 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. Going through the line. As long as the line doesn't head down towards the train bridge, then we're good. As long as we can go through this line and end up inside in the tunnels where we're shaded from the sun, then it is great. Yeah, see, like all this is usually filled up. So I'm guessing that this was closed down until just a short time ago, because usually the line's all the way back down there. So it says 30 minutes, so let's hope it's a little bit less, but hey, even 30 minutes is not bad. All right, Rise of the Resistance, here we come. I never get tired of Rise of the Resistance, Indiana Jones, or Tiana's Bayou Adventure. good consolation. And as much as Big Thunder Mountain was closed, having Rise of the Resistance open with an extremely short line is a win-win-win. There is the singular water feature here at Rise of the Resistance. Right here. Okay, we have caught up to the line. So this is probably 30 minutes. If the line has slowed down at this point, we probably are going to be doing 30 minutes because we haven't yet got to the map room, the uniform room, or the weapons room.
You really have to go? You really need to go?
Hello, my friends. Why don't you tell us where you're watching from? You can just type into the chat the city, the state, or the country that you are joining us from here today. Ooh, I can see my battery's getting a little bit low on my cell phone, so I'm going to take this opportunity to plug in while I am in this big line.
You need to go, Mommy can take you.
20 or 30 minutes of charging with my big battery here will be a good charge for my phone. Okay, that phone's gonna get a little wonky here while I'm plugging this in. All right, we are plugged in now. All right, we'll be getting a nice little charge while we're waiting. All right, Thea's joining us from Oregon. Caitlin is in Idaho, and Crystal Ray's in San Diego. Welcome, my friends. I love Oregon for all of its beautiful trees. My gosh, your forests up there just go on forever. Oregon and Washington, so many beautiful green trees. Beautiful, beautiful states. And Idaho, I love Idaho for the fishing. Idaho is an amazing place. They have amazing fishing. I'm not really a hunter, but my cousin is. And he and his family have been hunting for decades. They just hunt for food that they eat, venison, things like that. Okay, anybody else want to type into the chat where you're watching from? And you can even tell us like where you're originally from. Like if you live in Idaho now, but were not born in Idaho, you can tell us where you were born. I personally was born in Los Angeles, California, at the City of Angels Hospital, and grew up for about a dozen years of my life, my first 12 years. Walking distance from Dodger Stadium. That's why I'm a big Dodgers fan. We used to go sit in the outfield for like $2, and box seats were only about anywhere from $6 to $14. Not anymore. Now they're hundreds and even thousands of dollars for box seats, and the outfield seats are now about $65 on up. Thea is originally from Corona, California. Corona's beautiful. I believe they still have a lot of horses out there. I believe that still a lot of horse owners and have houses and property and stables for horses out that way. Caitlin was born in Coos Bay, Oregon. Okay, very nice. So near the water. Chris Chavez, Burbank, California. Spent a lot of time in Burbank myself. Went to school in Burbank, elementary school, even though I lived in LA. Went to a school out in Burbank. My sisters also went to school in Burbank. Tara was raised in Modesto, home of George Lucas. That's right. George Lucas was born and raised, spent his childhood in Modesto. I think, wasn't the film he did, not Happy Days, that was a TV show, but the movie, what was the name of the movie that was set in the 1950s? I think that was filmed like in Modesto. Chris was raised in Oakland. Very good. You both reside in the Central Valley, north of Fresno now. Nice country. American Graffiti. Thank you, Chris and Tara. I think that a lot of those town scenes from American Graffiti were filmed in Modesto. I could be wrong, but I remember reading somewhere that George Lucas grew up in Modesto and then used Modesto as a location to film some of the scenes from American Graffiti. I hope I'm right on that. I could be wrong, but you can always Google that. Okay, you're gonna move out of the state. Are you gonna move to Florida then? If you're gonna be Magic Key Holder, are you gonna move to Florida? Sean was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, home of the Indianapolis 500 race, one of the most famous races in the world, and grew up in Anaheim. Awesome. And now you live back in Indianapolis. Interesting. Thank you for confirming that, Chris and Tara. McHenry in Modesto, the main drag. Oh, Kelly was born in Clovis, California. That sounds like a pretty place. Right next to Fresno. Okay, and your husband's in the agricultural business, so you stayed out that way. Caitlin is in Nope, California. Yes, Sean, I agree. Disneyland and Anaheim in general was a far different place in the 1980s and the 70s. Disneyland has really expanded. I remember just being able to drive up to the Disneyland entrance, drive up to the Disneyland entrance and park basically just maybe 20 yards from the Disneyland gate entrances. That was the big main parking lot. And then they decided to build California Adventure in that parking lot. And they had to build the Mickey and Friends massive multi-story parking lot to accommodate guests once they bulldozed the parking lot, the original parking lot, and turned that into California Adventure. At one time, the Mickey and Friends parking lot was the largest parking lot in the world. I think it's still probably in the top 5 or so. Yeah, DCA was a parking lot. I remember a couple of times, I was young at that time, right? Still probably a teenager, when the original parking lot was still a parking lot. And I remember a couple of times coming to Disneyland and, you know, being so excited to come that I didn't pay attention to where my car was parked and could not find my car. One time, a cast member in a golf cart was nice enough to drive us around for about 20 minutes in the parking lot after the park closed, after midnight, so we could find our car. Another time, we just walked around for about 20 minutes until we finally found our car. We were waiting for all the other cars to leave. Nice. September's a good time to come because, Caitlin, when you come in September, you probably know this, but just in case you don't, beginning in about the middle of August, maybe the third week of August, they start to decorate Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure with the Halloween theme decorations. And so coming September, you'll be able to see and experience the park with all the Halloween decorations, which are really cool. Hello, Main Street Paul. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome, 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 everyone. This is Indiana Holmes reporting for you from Galaxy's Edge, Rise the Resistance in Disneyland. We shall be on a transport very soon. We're now going through the uniform room where you can pick up your uniforms and get ready for your flight. A closet for Star Wars pilots. Now we're moving along pretty good here. Let's see. I wasn't paying that much attention as I was chatting with you guys. So we passed the clothing room. Now we're going into the luggage room. And then I can't remember if we've already passed the armory where all the weapons are, or if that's in the next room. How's plane spotting, Main Street Paul? Seen any good planes lately, flying in or out? We'll be flying out ourselves here. Okay, looks like we're coming into the map room, so we are almost there. I think, yeah, this is the room.
How many here?
One.
Coming in? How many here?
Okay, we are going to go straight on in to the Princess Leia room. Is this the Princess Leia? No, this is a Rey Skywalker. I think. Now I forgot. God, I've been in this ride so many times. Is it Princess Leia or is it Rey Skywalker? I forget. BB-8.
Please report back to ITS cockpit.
I think it's Rey. We're going to see Rey Skywalker.
How
Ah, that's nice, Paul.
Incoming transmission from Ray.
Here's Ray.
BB-8, is everyone assembled? Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep? Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pokhara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pokhara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. 9-Num and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Paul Dameron and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pokhara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits. Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
All right, we're gonna be heading out those doors there.
Stand clear. Deck doors opening now.
Hurry, all recruits to transport. No need for safety gear, it'll be a smooth ride. Ground crews, deck is in motion. Recruits crossing to transport.
Initiate green flight sequence on Deck 3 for Pokhara. Affirmative. Deck 3, you are clear for launch. Pokhara personnel, this is your final call report.
All the way forward, all the way across. Don't stop in the middle of the room. Stand clear of these doors and move behind you. All the way forward,
Yes, check the hyperdrive also. Good. Airspeed sensor. Thank you, 9-Num. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative. Engines are hot. Red 2, Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. More ships. Launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Pokhara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark.
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company! First Order TIE Fighters! Reroute! Reroute! Red 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path so transport can make the jump! They're all over us! I'm hit!
We lost Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue!
I'm trying, but...
We lost Blue 5! I'm gonna try to draw them away!
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready, you won't have much time!
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers.
Get out of there!
We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'll get some friends and make this a fair fight. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Is there anything we can do? No. No, the tractor beam will be too strong.
Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves. Prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Little twig, get out there.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
This is always such an awesome sight.
Maintenance teams, check with Deck 3 Senior Officer for interim assignments.
Ah, of course. I totally understood. Now we will be captive. We'll be amongst the captives here. First Order is evil. The Resistance is good. Hello, Jason Andrus. Welcome in, my friend. Hello, Disney cast crew member. We're just filing in to our ultimate fate of being prisoners. Woohoo! Won't be long now. If you're new to the channel, this is Indiana Holmes. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Lizzie is not with me today. She's at home working. She works from home well, she works from home about 3 days a week, and then she works in the office like 2 days a week. When it's super busy, she'll go into the office 3 days a week, but today's a work at home day. So she was with me yesterday here at Disneyland. We live streamed for 3 hours yesterday.
2 straight down, first lieutenant. How many here? How many here? 1 straight down. How many here? Straight down.
Gray. How many here you? 1. I'll have you stand on the color orange for now. How many here you? 2. 4 on blue, 2 on red. 4 on blue, 2 on red. 4 on blue, 2 on red.
Ooh, the scent of perfume in here is intense.
Remember the colors you have inside that are blue, gray, and red? These colors are vital to the interrogation process. Failure to remember them will not be tolerated by the Supreme. Once the cell door in front of me opens, you will head inside, find the color that you were assigned out here. Stand on that color. To expedite interrogation, you'll want your Rubini headgear and bags that you have attached to yourselves. Now, we're after the location of the Resistance's secret base. Those of you looking to share its location might make it off the ship alive. I'll wait here while you prepare yourselves.
This guard has great hair. I'm jealous.
The rest of you all the way down. Alright, if you have been assigned a color, head inside.
What color are we?
Yes, General. Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Alright, we gotta find a way to escape. Somebody's gotta break us out of here. I can hear them trying to get in, trying to break us out. There it is, right there.
Right there. You're the same guy. What is this color? Look over there. Yeah, red, blue, green, orange. There's the back, blue in the front. Green in the front, orange in the back. Move. Red, blue, green, orange. Seatbelt. Left to right, left to right.
Then we have the recruits.
Wait, you're still here? Poe's coming back with an attack force. Get to the escape pods now. Lieutenant Beck, we need to find him a way.
Reportos para su seguridad. Permanezcan sentados con su cinturón de seguridad bien ajustado. Mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del transporte y supervisen a sus niños.
Got our own little droid driver here.
There you go. Watch our right here. Arm hands both legs in the vehicle. Anybody take the ears off?
she's at home working. She has a home office where she works 3 days a week.
Okay, take this corridor to the turbo lift, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Bayou. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
That's awesome, Chris.
For your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. A probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
Cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these two droids anyway?
Take cover, recruits! If anyone's packing a blaster, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pod's just below us! Wait, why are you going up? I said down! Up is bad! Up is real bad!
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Place the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All trucks are down to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless.
There's nowhere to run!
Resistance is about to be destroyed.
Came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck. All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're Resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Line up, scan for his pocket. Thank you.
4 escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification pending from Key Command personnel.
Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck.
We're tracking Beck's pod at the wreckage, sir. It's...
Wreckage? Got a bad feeling about this.
No, sir. He came down at the wreckage site.
That doesn't sound good. He was the backbone of this operation. If anything happened to him,
Scans last show him at Sector 4.
Should have waited for him.
Sir, You had no choice. You had to get those data tapes off the ship.
We never leave anyone behind.
So this is Platoon Resistance Command. Rescue teams are approaching all surrounding sectors.
Okay, and hurry.
Rescue Bravo here. We have eyes on 2 pods descending.
Roger that, Bravo.
They're coming in hot over Sector 5.
We got first order patrols on the ridge, Bravo.
I see him. We're keeping to the tree line.
All teams, be advised. Lieutenant Beck is still unaccounted for. Consider this a priority recovery.
Command, we're picking up a signal from Lieutenant Beck's pod. It's coming across encrypted.
See if you can hack in. We need to verify his location and condition.
Roger, Command. We are initiating extraction.
Lieutenant Beck here. Beck! You're alive! I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
Great job, recruits. Make sure to gather all your cargo.
That was awesome. So cool. Hey Jason, I will not be at the park tonight because I will be at home doing our classic book reading at 7 p.m. We're planning to do some night live streaming, but not right now, not today. Lizzie still hasn't seen Paint the Night. She hasn't seen the Paint the Night parade, not in person, so she wants to see that, so we will definitely live stream that at some point in the future, but just not yet. I did live stream it once or twice when it first came out, but we'll be spending some time in the parks at night. But while the weather is still not too hot, I'm doing live streaming in the day, and then when it gets really hot, I'll live stream at night. It is. I just love all the vehicles and all the floats that they created for Paint the Night. It's so awesome. Well, we got super lucky with the wait time. Look, even now, the wait time for Rise of Resistance is only listing 45 minutes. Let's see how far the standby queue goes back to see if it's really 45 minutes or not. When we walked into the line, it said 30 minutes, but I don't think we were in line for 30 minutes. I should have kept track. I should have put a stopwatch on it, but it seemed like maybe it's only 20 minutes. Oh yeah, the standby queue is only going to here. So that is less than 45 minutes. This queue can, standby queue can go all the way back here and all the way down this walkway. And then you're looking at like 65 minutes or more. So, yeah, that just shows you that the attendance is pretty light today. I would say right now it's showing that the standby time is 40 minutes. I would guess it's probably closer to 30, maybe even 25-ish or 30. But yeah, definitely, I believe, I say definitely, but I'll just rephrase it. I believe it's going to be shorter time for standby than the 40 minutes that are posted. Yeah, the costumes on the princesses are awesome, and Belle's dress is amazing. right, let's go check out Winnie the Pooh and check out the single rider line for Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
We have a couple small ones we could go back and do.
We ate at Hungry Bear Barbecue restaurant yesterday. It was very yummy. Lizzie was super happy because I got her a pulled pork sandwich. She didn't know what I was going to get her. She went and got a table, and then I went and got the food. It was a bit of a wait, but it was worth it. She got the pulled pork sandwich, and I got the brisket of beef. And I must say, the brisket of beef was amazing. I usually get the pulled pork, but yesterday I got the brisket of beef, and it was fantastic. All right, anytime it's a hot day, oh my gosh, yeah, look at that. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is showing 75 minutes for standby. 75 minutes, oh my gosh. Even the single rider line is backed way the heck up and is switch back and forth. It's going switch back and forth out in the sun. So let's see how many minutes. 10 minutes for Winnie the Pooh. I think Winnie the Pooh is gonna be the hot ticket. We'll wait for Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, standing in single rider for Tiana's right now, you'd just be standing in the hot sun in the switchbacks. Hello, Jason. Oh, look at, there's a little duck down there fishing or trying to fish. There's our little duck. See? He's diving down, trying to find something to eat. Jason's having fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and a biscuit. That's quite nice. I would love that kind of dinner myself. That is in my wheelhouse for dinner foods. This is great. We're just gonna fly through here to Winnie the Pooh. I'll zoom in so you guys can see the line over there. So all these people standing out here, not the ones walking, but the ones standing, they're all waiting for a single rider. Single rider entrance is there, but they make the queue go outside here in the sun. And then you just stand there in the sun on a tape line. Hey Jason, where are you watching us from? What city, state, or country?
It's what Tigger's like. So please stay in your seats with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And roll up tight. It's like your little kid. Teaching your friend. Ta-ta for now.
Hola. Nosotros somos seguridad. Por lo tanto, permanezcan sentados. No vayan a sacar las manos o los brazos, los pies o las piernas fuera del vehículo. Y cuide a los pequeñitos. Chao por ahora.
Welcome, my friends. You have found us. This is Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland, standing in line for the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. And if you're available tonight at 7 p.m., we will be doing our live reading of the Wind in the Willows. We do a live reading of a classic book every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. unless we're here at the park. If we're live streaming at night, then we can't do our readings unless we do them earlier in the day. But tonight we'll be live stream reading The Wind in the Willows at 7 p.m. So please join us. We'll be in our third hour of reading The Wind in the Willows. So if you want to catch up with what you missed, you can search the playlist on my YouTube channel, the playlist that says Story Time, and you'll be able to find
Up there, it's me, Tigger, T-I-double-G-R, and being safe is what Tiggers like best. So please stay in your seats with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And grown-up types, please watch your little kids. TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Hola. Bueno, nosotros somos unos apasionados de la seguridad. Por lo tanto, permanezcan sentados. No vayan a sacar las manos o los brazos, los pies o las piernas fuera del vehículo. Y cuide a los pequeñitos. Chao por ahora.
It's me, Tigger, and being safe is what Tiggers like best. So please take seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And grown-ups, please watch your adorable little children. TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Saludos amigos, bienvenidos al vecindario. Para que disfruten del viaje seguro, por favor, permanezcan sentados. No vayan a sacar las manos, los brazos, los pies o las piernas fuera del vehículo. Y les ruego a los mayores que vigilen a sus preciosos oídos.
T-I-double-G-R, and being safe is what Tiggers like best. So please stand.
Next year, please wait behind the yellow line. Watch yourself, my friends. Hop on in, please. Pull down and push up on the sunbars. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone says she's so cute. We got like a lot of She might be
sultry day in the hungry neighborhood, a little bear named Winnie the Pooh set off in search of honey.
Look, Mama, look! I'm a kite! Hang on tight there, bro!
Happy Wednesday!
Please! We'll save you, Piglet! First the wind, and now this.
This is fun!
Goodness gracious!
Wrecked it, babe! What a wonderful dream!
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh boy, it's your birthday!
It's time for your party, boy!
Hooray! Happy birthday!
Hip hip hooray!
I'm sure you'll find my present to be delicious. You'll never guess what it is. A wonderful thing about you with you. Taken to Beverly Presents.
That's our alarm.
Head over it.
Half hour. Actually, I'm 36 minutes.
You go to the Haunted Mansion store, walk that way.
Yeah. Go.
Sorry, Gwen.
Ah, that was super fun. I think just on the other side of this hill, there's a little green fence, and I think just beyond that is Toontown. Or maybe not. Maybe, let's see, Toontown would be over there. I guess that's the train over there. The train comes through there, through Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ah, that was so fun. Looks like Eeyore is out here greeting people. Haha, Eeyore's so cute. It is a warm day to be in an Eeyore costume now. It is currently 83 degrees, so not bad. Not bad. We can handle the 80s. The 80s are good. 90s are a little too intense. But the 80s are good.
Jake, if you go straight over, bro, it's more faster.
Let's just I slide face first, like 200 yards, and then once I finally stop, my knee just hurts like crazy. I get slumped down.
If you head further down, make a left. There's a kiosk.
All right, I'm a single riders at Tiana's. Looks like the line went down quite a bit, so we might give single rider a try here for Tiana's Bayou adventure.
How many?
I got mine.
You guys are gonna go down that left lane.
How many single riders come on? Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good.
Yes, I just scanned them all. So you guys.
My next time they party came out here.
Yeah, I scanned you too.
Next party's gonna be right here. My single riders come on down.
All right, single rider, here we go. Might be a big line in the hallway, but we'll give it a shot. All right, there's no line in the hallway. Amazing. Okay, they're gonna make us wait, but probably won't have to wait too long.
¿Cómo están, amigos? Por su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden a sus pequeños. Y venga la diversión.
Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm trying to put my power cord away. I've been charging my phone while we've been going on rides.
Yes, it's like we know this is the one you're trying to do, so they're like, we'll just make it more specific.
All right, shouldn't be long now.
Thank you for listening to WNO.
There's Tiana's father right there.
Hey y'all, Lewis here. For your safety, please keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, and tails inside the vehicle. Remain seated and supervised.
That was Tiana's father when he went off to the military.
I mean, it's like, I feel like she was like,
What's going on, Joe?
Finish setting up.
¿Cómo están, amigos? Por su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden a sus pequeños. Y venga la diversión.
Alright, just waiting for them to call single riders up to the single rider bridge.
stop. So we're figuring it out. So it's like natural gas. It's natural gas here.
Hey y'all, Lewis here. For your safety, please keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, and tails inside the vehicle. Remain seated and supervise any little music scouts joining the service. So that's a good time to roll.
A lot of time they're really cool. So we can get the register check done and then we'll go to
¿Cómo están, amigos? Por su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden a sus pequeños. Y venga la diversión.
They're great training shirts.
We're just in a holding pattern, waiting for the cast members to give us the go-ahead. Right now we're in the holding hall, where they hold single riders until they let us go to the single riders bridge. It's always good to have friends, Jason.
Lewis here. For your safety, please keep your hands, arms, feet, legs, and tails inside the vehicle. Remain seated and supervise any little music scouts joining the service. Let the good times roll.
¿Cómo están, amigos? Por su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden a sus pequeños. Y venga la diversión.
I think they may have just had a cast member shift change, because there's usually a cast member standing with us here in the hallway, kind of conducting the traffic, but our cast member disappeared a little bit ago. Maybe we got a new cast member coming. Alright, get the new cast member. Yeah, I think that was a cast member shift changeover. So as soon as we got a new cast member, you let us go through. So hopefully there won't be much of a line here. Let's see when we get up here on the bridge. Okay, there's a little bit of a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 14 people ahead of us. That'll be a little bit of time, but not too much. All right, here comes the wet ride with the music. And Tiana. And Louis. Louis, the musical alligator. How many people saw the Princess and the Frog movie? If you didn't know, Tiana's Bayou Adventure is based on the original Disney movie, The Princess and the Frog, which of course is not an original story. That story is a famous fairy tale story, but the movie The Princess and the Frog by Disney was an original movie of theirs, and it was from that movie that Tiana's Bayou Adventure gets its inspiration, as well as Tiana's Palace Restaurant. So how many of you saw Princess and the Frog, the Disney animated feature animation Princess and the Frog? Let me know down in the chat if you saw it. So the movie makes a lot, or rather the ride makes a lot more sense if you've seen the movie. I've seen it a few times. I think I've seen it maybe 4 or 5 times. Maybe more when my kids were young. When the kids were young, you know, we used to see movies over and over and over again, because you know how children are. They see a movie they like and then they just want to see it like 10 more times, or like every single day. So I've probably seen it 10 or 11 or 12 times, thinking back on those days.
We can go! Let's go!
person, so now our single rider line's a little shorter. All the excitement, everybody's all excited to get on the ride. These hot summer days are the best days to ride water rides, like these log rides. All right, they just took another person, so single rider line's getting shorter. Now I'm on the stairs going down. Winnie the Pooh's the best. We read Winnie the Pooh, the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the book, and then we read the Winnie the Pooh's House on Pooh Corner book a couple months ago. If you're interested in listening to those books being read, then just look at my playlist titled Story Time, or you can look on my live playlist and you'll see the Winnie the Pooh book in segments, 1 hour at a time as we read it. It was really great. Except at the very end of House on Pooh Corner, I didn't remember what the ending was. I hadn't read it in probably 20 years. And I forgot about the ending, and the ending made me a little emotional. But hey, it was still worth it. It was such a beautiful story, some beautiful characters, beautiful lessons to be learned from those stories. You know, the best stories, whether they're books, short stories, movies, or songs telling stories, the best stories are the ones that pull on your heartstrings. And if they can bring a tear to your eye or a laugh to your voice, then those stories have done their job.
You don't want to go.
Welcome, my friends. This is Indiana Holmes reporting for you from Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notifications button. I'd appreciate it greatly. And if you hit that notifications button, then you won't miss any of our live streams here at Disneyland California Adventure, Knott's Berry Farm, or any of the other places that we go in the summer. And you'll also be notified when we do our live stream readings of classic books like The Wind of the Willows, Dracula, Frankenstein, Winnie the Pooh, and so many more. People ahead of me in the single rider now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people ahead of me. So we should be boarding shortly because we're in single rider. So we are the seat fillers that fill in the usually the 5th or 6th seat in these log ride cars. Log ride. Hey guys, how's it going? have to have a loud projecting voice if you're a cast member here, calling out for parties of 2 to fill in boats, and then single riders. All right, they just took another single rider candidate. Now there's only 5 people ahead of me. Going down the bayou, going down the bayou. I always like seeing Mama Odie and her beignets. All right, they just took another single rider. There's 4 people ahead of me now in a single rider line. These people behind me here got very wet. All right, 3 people ahead of me now. There's 3 people ahead of me in the single rider line. Going down the bayou. We're gonna be going down the bayou here in just a moment. We got lucky when I first walked down to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The single rider line was super long and way out in the sun. So we opted to go to Winnie the Pooh, and that was awesome as always. And then when I got off Winnie the Pooh, the single rider line was cleared. So we only waited about a minute or 2, and then we were able to walk through to the single rider holding hallway, and that only took a few more minutes, and now here we are, about to board. There's 2 people ahead of me now in the single rider line. All right, now there's just 1 person ahead of me in the single rider line. Yeah, Tiana's gumbo is great. The gumbo at Tiana's Palaces is very yummy, very spicy, and very good.
All the way down. Go right around 2 for me. All the way down.
Oh boy, I'm in the 2nd row. I'm gonna be soaked.
I know, I was like,
oh, man.
I've been single riding all day. I've always been in row 6.
I know row 6 is the best.
This is my 4th time today.
Oh, on this ride?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, good for you.
Thank you.
Well, row 1 is quite the experience. Oh my God, we're in row 2. I'm gonna be soaked. Up we go.
Look at all these beautiful faces. Let's join Louis up ahead and find some musicians for our party. We're going to the party.
Hello? Any musicians down here who want to jam? The party's about to begin.
There's the big drop.
Shouldn't we have found some musicians by now?
Don't you worry, Louis. We're gonna find just what we need in the party.
Oh boy, here comes the big drop, guys. We're gonna come around the curve here. You're gonna hold us for about a second or two and then drop us.
Good looking for musicians. You don't have far to go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, you're brave. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
That wasn't bad.
We all got what you got. This man she found to play. Hallelujah.
They can play, no doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
Oh my, this rah-rah man can jam.
Oh, here goes the other drop.
I'm asking all of them to play at the party. But we've got to
Time to get big. Time to get tiny.
I am soaked to the bone.
Yep, all the way down to the underwear and socks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, our boat just got flooded. There is not a dry spot on my clothes or my shoes.
Now let's get you back to your big old beautiful self. Let's get you to the party. You'll get there in no time.
my god. It's gonna have to ring out all my clothes.
There you are, guys. Yeah. Luckily it's hot and sunny. We can ride quick. You said you went on this 4 times?
Yeah, and I didn't get wet.
Like in a row or just 4 times throughout the day?
No, 4 times throughout the day.
Oh my god. And you didn't get wet until now.
Nope.
But you
And
got
now
all
I'm
at once.
soaked to the bone.
Yeah.
Gather your belongings and exit to your left.
We survived. More wet for the wear, but all good. Well, that was pretty wet. Man. That was fun though. It's a good way to cool off on a hot day. This is the wettest I've ever been on any Disney ride. Even Grizzly River Run, which you get really wet. I've never been as wet as I am today. We came down out of the boat, went sideways and hit the edge, and just a flood of water, a wave of water came over. And that happened a couple times.
Shoes are squelching.
Yeah, look at this. I'm just so...
I know.
Are you gonna go on it again?
Oh my gosh, I think I'm capping out at the
All right, well, take care. Woo-wee. Now it feels a little chilly out here as much as I am soaking wet. Oh, this guy's wet too. Ah, there's Winnie the Pooh greeting the little kidlets. Oh, so sweet.
Where are we going?
I gotta get myself out in the sun so I can dry out.
Oh!
I hope you guys enjoyed that ride as much as I did. I mean, not being on the ride, you can't enjoy it as much as I did, but at least the visuals. Can't imagine what that water spray looked like on those two drops. It looked pretty high from where I was sitting. It was coming up and over the top of our heads. Welcome, 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 my friends. This is Indiana Holmes here at Disneyland. So let's see, what did we go on today? Who can remember? We started off, what did we go on first? Now I can't even remember. Didn't go on Astro Blaster today. Oh, look at this cute dog. He's got little shoes, he's got goggles, he's got like a little military vest. That is so cute. Let's see, we just did Rise of the Resistance, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Winnie the Pooh, Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Trying to think, what else did we do? Did I go on any rides in Fantasyland? I can't even remember now. Like, I went through that Tiana's Bayou Adventure drop and it just wiped my brain. That was like wiping a hard drive. Eeyore's the best. He's always sad. He has low self-esteem. But he's cute. Can't not love Eeyore. We did see the, if you missed it earlier in the stream, oh, actually it was the first stream. We did 2 streams today. The first stream was about 30 minutes. And then something went wacky. I don't know if it was from the beginning of the stream or just towards the end, but the audio went all gurgly sounding like we were underwater. At least that's what people were telling me. And I was getting some weird visual, like stuttering too. So we shut down that first live stream, and then we started this current one that we're on now after I restarted my phone and cleared up the audio and the video issues that we were having. Oh yeah, we went on Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. It had been closed down most of the day. So that was fun, Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Tried to go into Columbia, which is now back in its dock for some reason. It seemed like they had an issue with it or something. Somewhat of a line here at Pirates of the Caribbean. It looks like about a 25-minute wait. Let's see what it says here. At the digital signboard. It says 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes. Could be 20 minutes, could be 25. Going on Indiana Jones first thing today. That was pretty awesome. All right, walking through Adventureland now. I think my root beer float has worn off. I'm starting to feel a little peckish, as they say, a little hungry, but not super hungry. I can definitely wait till 6 o'clock. Yeah, it now says there's a 50-minute wait for Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. And now it looks like Jungle Cruise is closed. Huh. Looks like it's all roped off and I don't see anybody in line. Huh, interesting. There's a few people in there. Maybe it's still operating, but it didn't look like they're letting anybody in at the moment for some reason. There's a few people up there by the loading and unloading dock. Some days we do all the little small rides, like in Fantasyland. I love doing all those. Some days we go for the bigger rides, and then some days we mix it up. Today was definitely a slightly bigger day of rides, a bigger ride day. We went to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Indiana Jones. I would love to go on the Matterhorn, but it is still closed down. Serious renovations going on there.
Me running the show we watch.
Ah, it feels nice and hot over here, which is good. I need my clothes to dry out. In the summer, I purposely wear these synthetic nylon or Dacron or whatever they are. There's some kind of a synthetic shorts, like cargo shorts, because they have lots of zipper pockets so stuff won't fall out on the rides, and they also dry off very quickly.
I went Thursday.
I'm okay with crowds most of the time, as long as I'm feeling good. If I wake up and I'm not feeling well, or I have a headache, or I'm hangry, then yeah, crowds can be a problem. But the thing that I can't handle is crowds and heat together. If we get over like 92 degrees, which is about 9 degrees hotter than it is now, get over about 92 degrees, I start to wilt. And then with a big crowd in high heat in the mid to high 90s is just a deal breaker for me. That is just more than I can take. People sitting in the shade over here on the sidewalk. I don't know if they're sitting there for a cavalcade or if they're just sitting to rest. I think they're just sitting to rest. I would love to go and visit Disney World, Epcot Center, and Magic Kingdom, what is it called? The one with the animals. I haven't been there in many years, really since before my kids were born, now that I think about it. But I am not good in the heat and humidity. So when I go there next, I will have to plan it for a month that is neither hot and humid and not a hurricane month either. So I don't know when that is. Maybe February, or is that hurricane time too? I don't know. I'm gonna have to plan it out though. I definitely want to go over there. Maybe in 2026. I don't think I'm gonna make it this year. All right, look at this new signage. I hadn't noticed this before. A Magical Life Walt Disney, now featuring 2 dramatic theater presentations. A Magical Life Walt Disney and Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln at the Opera House. This used to only be Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, but now they have created an animatronic of Walt Disney. And so beginning, I believe, on July 17th, we're gonna be able to line up, go into the theater, and see an animatronic of Walt Disney, a realistic animatronic of Walt Disney speaking to us. Hey Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Actually, Jacob, you know what? I'm gonna take off. We got story time at 7 p.m. and so I gotta go home and eat something and get ready for that. I actually have another errand I have to do on the way home. I don't know if I'll make it to all that, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a try. Celebrate happy. All right, my friends. This has been Indiana Holmes. Thank you all for joining me. We live streamed here for about 4 hours today, maybe 3.5, 4 hours. I want to thank you for joining me. If you're available, join me again tonight at 7 p.m. for story time. We'll be live streaming The Wind in the Willows. And please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button. This has been Indiana Holmes. Love you all. Bye-bye. All right, time to exit. Thanks for joining me on the live stream, folks. Hope to see you back here again. Please remember to subscribe, hit that like button. I'll leave you with an image of the Opera House, where we will be seeing Walt Disney on July 17th and thereafter.